Well, medications like Ozempic and Mounjaro have been game changers for people with diabetes and obesity. But once the weight's off, is it gone for good? Now, in an Eli Lilly study, when patients stopped taking medication like Mounjaro, after 36 weeks, most regained about 14% of their body weight. Now, the findings were somewhat similar for Ozempic, where 2/3 of the total weight loss was then regained. Now, some are calling this the Ozempic rebound. So joining us now to talk about it is weight loss expert Dr. Sue Decotiis. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, doctor, I feel like everyone is talking about this weight loss journey for a lot of people. First of all, tell us, do you prescribe or recommend this for people, and have you seen similar results with the weight coming back?
Well, I practice here in Manhattan, and my patients are pretty tough. You know, they don't want to regain that weight. As you know, this medication is very expensive, okay? So what we do is we follow patients very carefully, and we put them on a body composition scale every week, every other week, and we make sure they're actually losing fat, okay, and their muscle is staying the same, they're drinking a lot of water. And we find that after we reach their ideal goal weight, I mean body fat, not just total weight, okay? Right. That's really important. Most of the doctors prescribing this medication are not even putting people on a body composition scale. And a lot of the studies done by Lilly and Novo Nordisk did not even include a body comp scale.
It sounds like rather than just prescribing this medication, you also look at lifestyle changes.
We do.
For the people that
but we watch that body fat, you know, because a lot of us are heavy, not because we overeat. Our metabolism slows down, right? So that's what this drug does. It turns insulin on. The other issue that we have is there are a lot of shortages. I mean, I see patients in Connecticut, New Jersey, New York that come in to see me. All over the country, there are shortages all over the place. Wow. The worst thing someone can do is stop the drug abruptly. Okay. So with my patients, I titrate the drug up and I taper it down. That makes such a difference. There's also something
touching base on that, how long is someone typically on these drugs? Because it sounds like you start them at one level and you kind of
really depends on their metabolism. Exactly. So if I'm following your body composition scale, I'm seeing what's happening with your body fat as I'm taking the drug down. And when I do that, I'll see how well your body's holding. Some people can get off it pretty easily, okay? We also know now that estrogen is really a positive modulator. See, this is where we're ahead, right? Most of the time, women, we have trouble losing weight. We can't compete with men, right? Estrogen tends to be a modulator for this drug, so women do very, very well on this medication. So it really depends on the individual, but when we're monitoring you, it's really important that we take you down.
Okay, so if someone is coming off of the medication, what other lifestyle changes or what do you suggest that they implement into their life to make sure that they're keeping
Well, if they haven't been, and many of my patients they do have a good lifestyle, but we encourage exercise. We don't encourage heavy aerobics, but we want them to build muscle. We want them to eat a lot of protein and vegetables. We measure the fiber in their diet. But again, if insulin isn't working, you can eat really, really well. And my patients are not the type of people that are just at home watching TV and eating Oreos. Right. These people are very active. So, and these drugs like Mounjaro, tirzepatide, Ozempic, semaglutide, they really have to be monitored very carefully. In my practice, for the most part, I love to use tirzepatide.
Are there any differences in the medications?
There really are. So Mounjaro is the newer drug, okay? And that works by affecting two areas in the stomach, something called GIP as well as GIP-1. In my practice, people have lost a lot more weight on Mounjaro and tirzepatide than they did on Ozempic. So that's pretty much my go-to drug. There are also less side effects, and I feel that people are more easily tapered off that drug. And the Lilly studies have shown that people lost a lot more body fat on Mounjaro than they did in Ozempic. So realize it's not how much weight you lose, what's your body fat. That's really key, and most people are not getting that advice. The other caveat here is people on these medications need to drink a tremendous amount of water. Up to maybe a gallon or more a day. Because for every ounce of fat that you burn, you're losing water. It's very easily to get dehydrated. A lot of the folks that regained weren't doing it the right way. They weren't drinking water. They weren't getting their body composition carefully watched. Many of my patients have gotten off this drug, and they've been able to maintain their weight.
All right. Well, Dr. Decotiis, thank you for decoding all of this for us. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.